Hello, everyone. Welcome to The Pit Stop. I'm your hostess, Raja, and today I am joined by the woman who walks into the room purse first, reigning queen of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 8, Bob the Drag Queen! Bob, 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 Bob. Welcome, Bob. Thank you for joining me here at The Pit Stop. Let's go right into this episode. Let's talk about some Drag Race. Are you ready?
Let's dig in.
All right, Aja is gone. Do you think people are kind of relieved? Do you think people are kind of worried about the dynamic of this?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, I feel like with Aja gone, she was one of the girls they were considering one of the lip sync assassins. And she can lip sync the house down boots. As you're going along, you're glad to see girls go home.
Oh, absolutely. When everyone gets thinned out, or, when it starts to get filtered out, you really get to see who's actually here for the game.
It's good to see the herd thin out.
We see Trinity and Shay together having a conversation about the amount of wins.
Well, I have 2 wins, and she has a win and then a partnered win.
Ooh. But also, weren't you in the bottom 2? And I've never even landed in the bottom 3.
Even Peppermint chimes in and says that you should have wins if you want to win.
Well, I think it's true. I mean, if you want to win Drag Race, you have to win the most challenges. And that seems fair to me. Whoever has the best grades at the end of the school year is the valedictorian.
You win.
You win.
Yeah.
So if you're not winning, what are you doing here?
Trinity thinks that Peppermint's in trouble.
Peppermint's for sure in trouble, and Farrah's days are for sure numbered.
Farrah was also mentioned in that.
Big part of Drag Race is being funny.
Absolutely.
It's a huge part of Drag Race. I just don't think that Pheromone is funny.
I think you just have to be sort of well-rounded. I mean, beauty is a big part of it, and I think that the beauty aspect of Drag Race seems to be very important to a lot of the younger queens because we live in a very Instagram and Insta culture, and so you think that beauty equals winning. But to be a great drag queen, well-rounded. Exactly. Comedy, beauty-ish.
If anyone has proven that you can win Drag Race without being pretty, it is
Bianca Del Rio. Speaking of reading, the library's open. Let's go to the mini challenge. How do you think the queens did in this reading challenge?
This isn't really a season full of comedy queens.
I was gonna say, I think most of them actually kind of sucked.
Yeah, this is not a season full of hilarious queens.
No. Valentina won. How well do you think she did?
She did fine.
Peppermint, you need one.
Farrah gave the fat Pillsbury calls. He wants his rolls back.
Oh, yes.
Which is a joke that could be funny, but delivery is important.
Alexis was very upset.
Insulted.
Yeah.
Pardon the expression, she had a cow.
Oh my God, damn.
That's one of those things in Drag Race, girl. You're gonna have a thick skin.
Yes.
About everything.
About everything.
I mean, if we can make fun of Roxy Andrews for being abandoned at a bus stop by her mom, why do you think your weight is off limits?
If you don't want somebody to laugh at you for being fat, then just don't be fat. Now, the Maxi challenge was a roast. What does roasting mean to you?
Well, okay, a roast is when you gather around and there's one person central that you make fun of, but you take stabs at everyone else around as well.
And in this case, it was Michelle Visage and the panel of judges.
And that Jersey girl's been roasted and baked and tanned very long. Do you have any good Michelle Visage reads?
I don't, because I don't know who that is. Now, you asked me what I would have said about Michelle. What would you have said about Michelle? What would you have roasted her?
There's so much context. I mean, he's such a great guy.
I love that. I love it when the comparison to Michelle being a man. I love that.
I love it.
Roasting is a very, very particular art form. Gotta do it right.
Yeah.
Who do you think did the best job in this?
Peppermint, I want to let you finish the question.
Not since Destiny's Child has a Michelle become so famous for riding somebody else's coattails.
I've known Pep for years. I've never seen her say anything mean.
Anything?
I mean, literally, never even a single shady word. To see her go in the way she did was remarkable.
Okay. Now, are you biased because you know her? No. Don't you think that Shea Coulee did a pretty good job?
Shea did a very good job. She did do a good job. Peps was more presentational, and it was like, they call her the smiling assassin. She's just smiling and just like letting you have it. Also, Shea had a heart because she had to open up the show.
Let's talk about some of the ones that were failures.
Pheromone.
Okay.
That set was unwatchable.
And I'm pretty sure having one song in the 90s that no one even remembers doesn't qualify you to be a judge on such a big TV show.
You know what I saw? This is me being the older gal. I just saw, when the little kids just don't know how to deliver it, and they're just like, "Oh, you're just a stinky poo-poo."
Yeah, you're a duty head.
Yeah, you're a duty head, and I don't like you, and it just wasn't funny.
It was not funny. And I think Pheromones is aware of that.
Well, Alexis Michelle was in that group,
and it was not a good set. Painting yourself green is a long way to go. Just to say, don't you hate the color green? And Michelle was like, yes, I hated this whole set.
Every episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, my favorite part is the runway.
Yes.
There wasn't a big runway.
There was literally no runway. What do you mean big? There was no runway.
Well, I mean, they were on the runway.
Yeah, they were on it. Whose outfit do you love the most?
Well, that's what I was gonna ask you. You first.
Peppermint.
Peppermint?
Yeah, her outfit.
Let me think about this. I actually really love Pheromones.
Pheromone outfit was cute.
I mean, although it was very typical of what she wears, which is kind of like, feathers, I liked Pheromone. Today was a good day for Peppermint.
Yes.
She won the challenge. Yay!
Peppermint, congratulations. You're the winner of this week's challenge.
At the very bottom two, we have Alexis, Michelle, and Pheromone, and it is time to lip sync for your life.
We both had to lip sync.
I did, yeah.
So right now, hearing RuPaul say lip sync for your life, like we're at the club and someone's like, lip sync for your life, it's not funny in person.
What happens is all of your internal organs all kind of spin around in different places where they don't belong. Your mind goes to a hole it takes you back to a safer spot in your childhood.
RuPaul's up to like a big praying mantis. And she's like, the time has come. All of a sudden, her eyes are on each side of her head.
Yeah, and she's like floating.
She's like Brack from Space Ghost.
Tongue's really long, and it's like whipping around. Yeah.
Exactly.
At the top of this, who did you think was going to do better?
We've seen Farrah lip sync before, and I don't remember being like, work. But she made it pretty far. Good for you, girl. Episode 8? That's pretty far.
Well, I mean, she went home, and goodbye, Farrah. I feel really bad, and her fans are going to be very sad to see her go, but it was her time.
You're a beautiful queen with a big future. Shine on, showgirl. Now, sashay away.
Thank you guys so much.
It was wonderful having you here, Bob. You are so fun to hang out with, and I think we should hang out more.
I would love that.
And thank you so much, everyone, for joining me here at the Pit Stop. I'm Raja. We'll see you next week. See ya, everyone.
Why am I doing that?
Because we're driving in a car.
Pit Stop!
Hey, squirrel friend. When one video ends, just open up another one. It's called binge viewing. Go ahead. I support you.